Hello students, welcome to Arjun English School. Today, now in 11th standard account subject bank reconciliation statement. This is the last lecture and now I have plotted question number 10 on the screen. This is the question that I have plotted here. Here this is the another way where they can ask the question. Here first of all cash book given in the question as well as passbook also given in the question. Now, from this cash book and passbook, we have to prepare bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so there are four steps to complete this sum. Step number one, that is debit balance of cash book is equals to credit balance of passbook. Second, credit balance of cash book is equals to debit balance of passbook. Third, credit balance of cash book is equals to sorry, credit balance of passbook is equals to debit balance of cash book. And at last, fourth, debit balance of passbook is equals to credit balance of cash book. That's it. So these are the four steps that you have to check from cash book and passbook. First of all, my first step is debit balance of cash book must be tally with credit balance of passbook. Now, opening and closing balance that you have not to check. Opening and closing balance I am ignoring. Opening and closing balance that I am ignoring. Now, first step, debit balance of cash book must be tally with credit balance of passbook. Here, debit balance of cash book is 18,000. Credit balance 18,000. Telling. Second, debit balance 4,500. Here there is no credit entry for 4,500. So in bank reconciliation statement, we have to do a credit entry for 4,500. This entry in bank reconciliation statement. Then after, debit entry in cash book. Here it is not recorded on credit side. So now again this entry should be in credit side of bank reconciliation statement. This is the first step that I have completed. All debit entries completed and match with the passbook. But two entries that are not in passbook. So these two entries should be in bank reconciliation statement. Now second step, credit balance of cash book. This credit balance must be matched with debit balance of passbook. Means here 3,000 debit, 3,000 credit and debit. Tally. Then after, here 1,500 is credit, but here 1,500 is not debited. It means that this 1,500 should be debited in bank reconciliation statement. Once again, credit in cash book, no entry in debit side. So now we have to record on debit side. Then after, Prakash, credit side of cash book tally with debit side. of passbook. Then after commission, here it is credit entry, but there is no debit entries for commission. So now in BRS, we have to put 300 as on debit side. Then after 6,000 Rajni. Here it is on credit side, but no debit entries. So now in BRS, we have to put on debit side. At last, 3,000 Haresh credit, 3,000 debit. That's it. Here, all credit entries of cash book match with debit entries of passbook except these three entries. So these three entries in reconciliation statement. Two steps are over. Third step, credit balance of passbook. As per passbook, credit balance means this must be matched with debit balance of cash book. This like 18,000, 18,000 tally. Here 9,000 has a credit entry, but there is no 9,000 debit entry in cash book. So now this 9,000 should be in BRS for debit side 9,000 rupees. Okay, that's it. All credit entries and here debit entries done. And at last, debits debit balance of passbook. As per passbook, debit balance must be matched with credit balance of cash book like 3,000, 3,000 tally, 2,400, 2,400 match, BRS. It is on debit side of passbook but no entry in credit side. So now this entry should be in credit side of cash book for 3,000 for 30 rupees. Then after 3,000 here it is on debit side and 3,000 it is on credit side. Done. At last 15,000 is on debit side. So now 15,000 should be on credit side but it is not recorded on credit side. So now in BRS it is recorded on credit side. So now here two entries that are not in cash book. So now we have to record two entries. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. These 8 entries should be in the bank reconciliation statement. So now I am preparing bank reconciliation statement. You have checked that these 8 entries. Okay. So now I am preparing bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Okay, so now you can see on the screen that I have prepared bank reconciliation statement of MAC1 as on 31st May 2016. Here, total 8 entries that I have earlier said 1, 2 on credit side, 3, 4, 5 debit side, 6, 7, and 8. So finally, these 8 entries that you can see on the screen. Now, the last part, balance. As per the cash book, closing balance given in the question that is 12,600. It has a debit balance. So on debit side, I am writing 12,600. It is a debit balance as per cash book. As per cash book. And as per cash book, debit balance which we called bank balance. As per cash book, debit entry is 12,600. So debit entry as per cash book, which we called bank balance, that is 12,600. Now, finally, this sum is over, and at last, we have to do a total of debit side and credit side. So now, here debit side total is higher than credit side and total of debit side that is 29,400, the same total that we are writing on credit side, and the difference amounting to 9570. From 29,400, I have deducted 1, 2, and 3. Difference comes to 9570. Now, here the balance as per cash book that we have started, now closed with as per passbook, and credit balance as per passbook, which we called bank balance. That's it. If we started a sum with cash book, our sum closed with passbook, and credit balance as per passbook, which we called balance. So now here I have written bank balance. Okay. So finally, this sum is over, and also this chapter is over. So now if you have any doubts, then please contact me. And finally, our part 1 book that is completely finished. Okay. So our session means our first term syllabus is over now, and from the next class I'm going to start with the statistics subjects. Okay. So see you in next class. Thank you.